Salut Sacred Souls, it is Serene Mermaid. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an exciting pick a card reading. This is all about your luxury life. What is the life that you are manifesting? The riches, the wealth, the growth, the abundance. What does your luxury life look like? So we're going to dive straight in. You can pick any one of the 3 images that you see on the screen, whichever one you feel resonates with you, or you can check out more than one pile. The world is your oyster, and we're going to dive right in. If you have any personal questions and you'd like to book a reading with me, or you'd like to book a oracle channeling and chat session where we just talk and work through your questions and gain insights about your situation and provide clarity for your path ahead, I would absolutely love to be of service to you. And that link to my shop is down below in the description box or in my bio, okay? So without further ado, let's get right into pile 1. Hi, pile 1. Oh my gosh, how are we doing? Let's see what your luxury life looks like. I'm excited. We're gonna start with some tarot, some traditional tarot, and see what's coming up, what's coming in for your luxurious life, love. Okay. What does my pile 1's luxury life look like, Spirit? Wow, okay. Okay, I'll take all of these actually. I feel like all of these are significant. So let's start one by one. Ashe. So first off, we have the Queen of Swords. I love this. This feels like very deliberate. You are seem to be very organized. Like you have a very organized schedule. You have, everything kind of sorted out, planned out. You think things through. It seems like your life, you have a lot of boundaries around the success that you have attained or coming into. It seems that you're protective over those boundaries, but you also are able to enjoy yourself. You're also able to be free. With this, especially with the butterfly on the chest of the Queen of Swords, I feel as though you're definitely like a free spirit energy. You like to travel a lot, go to, you could be associated with some sort of airline or something like that. I'm getting something about a pilot. I heard Delta, like planes, flying a lot, going overseas, going, in helicopters, like kind of like you know how to get from one place to the other quick and in a hurry if you need to. But yeah, it just seems like you kind of giving like this rich auntie energy or this rich uncle. Like you're that person, and honestly your wealth and your power could kind of intimidate some people, or they could feel some like sort of barrier or blockage when it comes to you because you don't just let anybody access that wealth, because you're very discerning, very intuitive, and you understand that people sometimes switch up or act a bit strange when you come into money or abundance. 6 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you put up these boundaries a lot because you are someone who is very successful. You're going to be very successful. Anything you set your mind to with the Queen of Swords, anything you strategize, anything you plan in your life is meant to be successful. I feel like a lot of people rally behind you. People are going to support you a lot in the community. You're going to be seen very much so in the public eye. People could actually just like stare at you, or they could just watch you a lot and they don't know how to approach because you have this powerful, almost intimidating like aura. Not even almost, you have an intimidating aura, but I feel like the right people are there to support you and they see your power and your light. Like there's no not seeing it. People know that anything that you put your mind to, it's going to happen. Like you know how to get things done. And it seems like you're just very adamant and confident about that. So it's just like you were born to succeed. You were born to be abundant. You were born to be wealthy, Here with the 8 of Wands, see, you know how to get from one place to another. A lot about travel, moving, quick thinking, moving fast. Think quick, move fast is what I heard. This is all about your energy. Very fiery, passionate, and very forward moving, like you're a very progressive person. You like to be on the go, on the run, you know, like life happens outside. Life happens when you're moving, you're dynamic, and there's a lot of momentum. So I feel like your life, you just have a lot of things planned, things arranged, people you're working with, things you're working on, places you're going. Like, you know, you're definitely, I heard, let's get it on the books. Great. Let's get it on the books. And then you're ready to go. You're ready to show up and plow through any challenge. And I feel like you're also surrounded by like the right team. Like you're going to have a team of people like the chauffeur and the, you know what I mean? Like the secretary and like people that are around you that are going to support you in your busy schedule. With the star card, you're definitely a star. Strong Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius energy coming out here. Also Libra, Gemini as well with the air sign vibes. So, you know, with the star, you're definitely someone who people admire, they look up to. You also have this like you have a very inspirational, you give people hope because they see how far you've come. They see all that you do, and it inspires them to think, hey, maybe I can have that too. Maybe I can go this place. You're a very attractive person, very alluring. And you have an intimidating aura because you could be very attractive. You could be very magnetic. You know, you have this passion to you. This unwavering passion and resilience when it comes to going for the things that you want to do. It could even be that there was a time where you weren't in this vibration, but you could have always had dreams and you could have always believed in yourself. I feel like even if you're on the days you're struggling, you're being guided to always have hope, like always hold out hope for what you do because it is so attainable. It's so possible. It's not unreasonable, you know? And sometimes it doesn't hurt to be a little delusional, you know? I feel like you have a very vivid imagination. Oops, shaking the camera. Hold on. And you're not afraid to shake things up and do something different, do something new, something kind of quirky, something like you can set the tone for people. And I feel like you don't really care about certain opinions that aren't unwarranted opinions or opinions that are not constructive. I feel like you're really looking for constructive like advice, criticism, things like that to get the right kinds of information and guidance and insight about your path. But I feel like you're very internally guided already. So you're very discerning with what's coming through to you, what commentary or what observations, what opinions, what conversations. You know how to filter through things. And I feel like what's funny is in your luxury life, right? I feel like you're very exclusive. You're like, you are around like other stars. You're around, like you could be around celebrities or well-known people or, It's something like that. Like you're well known, you become very seen in your light, and it feels like people surround themselves, like you're in a lot of different circles and you gather, you know, you go to the galas and you go to the different like events, like you're flying here, you're flying there, you've got fashion week, you've got, you know, you got to go to Paris, you've got to go to New York, you've got to go to Chicago, China, you know, like Hong Kong, you've got to go to Tokyo, you've got to, you know, you've got to do a lot of things. And then I feel like your luxury life, I'm hearing a car rev up outside as well. So definitely you're on the go. Okay? There's nothing short of passion here. Like there's just a lot of passion, a lot of power. I heard wisdom. You could also be very like wise and like things you say, like you impart wisdom on people that really inspires people and gives people hope that they can keep going and that their dreams and their wild imagination is not so delusional, is not so unreasonable, that they can attain those things just as you have and just as you can. And with the Six of Pentacles, your luxurious life, you also seem very fair, like a kind person. Again, with this Libra energy coming out here, getting Taurus energy as well. Like you know your worth and you stand in your power and you have boundaries up for that. But you also seem to be a very like heart-centered person. Like you care about the greater good for other people, of mankind, of humanity. You seem to really kind of be invested in the progression of society, of civilization. You know how to up the ante. You know how to make life just more luxurious and enjoyable for all involved. But I feel like you do this from a distance. Like you do this where you have boundaries up, so you don't have to be directly one-on-one with people all the time. It's more like the things that you do, the moves that you make wind up affecting masses of people, like many people, without you having to be so directly or so intricately and intimately involved in their breakthrough. You see what I mean? Like you can touch many people even from afar, from wherever in the world. I feel like you're one of those people. You can travel to teach. You can travel and get paid for that. You're someone who can host retreats. You're someone who, you can do anything you set your mind to. But I feel like you do put some sort of an emphasis on imparting some sort of wisdom or empowerment, some sort of resources to people that, don't have it as good or haven't always had it good in life. Now let's tap a little bit into your career. I'm curious. So this is very inspiring. You're a very inspiring person. And I really admire you, 𝘭𝑚. Definitely feel free to hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're enjoying the read, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Got more to come, guys. Daily readings. Woohoo! On the bottom, damage. Damage. All right. So there might be a financial loss that you didn't see coming. You need to be prepared and have a contingency plan. This is not the time to take risks. Okay, so you could have been in a position before in life, or say you're here right now, or you're facing certain things, right? If this resonates with you, whichever phase or timeline it's in for you, I'm picking up on someone who could have had who could have been burnt by people financially, who could have also had, again, was down bad before, or you had a lot of financial losses. And I see you, because part of your karma, especially with the Six of Pentacles, the scales here, it's like things are balancing out. As much as you poured into other people, as much as you've lost as much as you've poured into people is as much as what's going to be poured into you. As much as you lost is as much as what you're going to gain, and then some. I feel like the universe is conspiring in your favor, and the Most High definitely favors you. You are one of the favored ones, okay, by your guides and just in life. You're someone who is favored, admired, respected, and inspirational, motivational, right? So you have the ability to say something, and it moves people with such a weight, and it gives people such they can see themselves doing the thing that you're like painting a picture for them, and they can see how vivid that is. And then it's like they want that, and they want to be part of this vision. You're a visionary. You're like a mastermind. It's incredible. So, and you know how to take your ideas and run with them. You know how to move on them. So you're being called to continue to do that, because that will not fail you. Okay, that won't fail you. And I know you won't fail it, even if you don't always feel like, oh, things are perfect. Well, they're not supposed to be perfect. Life isn't perfect. But that doesn't make you any less successful. That doesn't make you any less powerful, right? Or high value. Okay? So what I'm seeing here with these scales, I feel like you could have even heard government assistance. You could have sought out government assistance in the past. You could have, my left hand was tingling, which is the hand that represents to give. So you could have also been the kind of person who gives. And I feel like a big part, one thing people don't always talk about with luxury life, like living the life of somebody luxurious and exclusive, is that Exclusive, luxurious people, high quality, classy people also support other people. Also know how to bring a service to the collective that serves their highest good and the highest good of all. And I feel like part of your abundance is cultivating that and promoting that for the collective by just living your life, by doing what you do, by setting an example, and also giving people the opportunity to assess themselves and to take a chance on themselves. Now with discovery, discovery. Okay, trying something new and exploring other options will help you learn and grow. The opportunities are just waiting for you to be discovered. See, I feel like there's so much a theme of travel in your life. You could have Sagittarius placements for sure in your chart, but something about you being somebody who, discovers things, uncovers things. Like you're the trendsetter. You're setting the new wave. Like you're the one who's ahead of the game. And it's because you dare to be a traveler. You dare to explore. You dare to question things. You dare to learn. You dare to take a leap of faith and try new things. I feel like you are destined for success because your mind is so open and so vast and so willing to act on, the vastness of your thoughts. And there's so many things out there just waiting for you. I feel like you just know that you were meant to fly. You just have so much passion about that. And in your luxury life, you're someone who travels a lot. And by you traveling a lot and moving and growing and meeting new people, learning new things, eating new foods, trying new clothes, taking new modes of transportation, picking up new skills, your life is forever magical. Your life is forever magical and forever interesting. I heard try everything. So right now, if you're not sure which way to go, try everything. Do it. Now let's see if there's any blockages here, Spirit. What blockages might be, let's see. I'm going to take from this oracle here, okay? What blockages does my pile one need to be aware of that could block their path or something they need to look out for so that they can overcome this challenge or have insight about moving around this? Let's get one card for the blockage and one for the advice and insight. Thank you. One card for the blockage. What's a possible blockage, okay, that could delay or, block this path? Okay, so we have the Page of Cups reversed, okay? So this is like, sort of like a root chakra energy reversed. So this is kind of like, root chakra is all about I am, feeling like a solid about yourself, you know what I mean? But I feel like if you're not confident in yourself, or you try to downplay yourself, or you allow other people to try to make you feel small, right? Like you don't know what you're doing, then I feel like, that's a possible blockage. So you want to be around people that continue to affirm who you are. You may want to get some sort of like carnelian. I was holding carnelian earlier, like root chakra, fire, passion, like firestones. You may want to sun charge as well, because I feel like you have a very fiery, free-spirited energy and beautiful aura to you that needs to constantly be fueled with that passion, right? So, yes, being around the right kinds of people to help strengthen that and affirm that to you, because intuition, but reversed, you don't want to be around the kinds of people that kind of make you doubt your intuition or second guess you. You want to be around the right people that they help to get your creative juices flowing. They can actually they can build on the ideas that you put out there. They can add to the vision, not people that have so many doubts and fears and they haven't even traveled. They haven't even tried. They've never been overseas or they've never even taken a leap on themselves. You're being called not to even focus on energies like this. Don't even entertain it. Don't associate with them. Don't frequent even certain environments or places that have that kind of vibration attached to them, right? So with problème d'enfance, you know, abus sexuel, mauvaise nouvelle, yeah, rêve brisé, quelqu'un qui ne fait accomplir pour le lendemain. So something about, yeah, other that someone who doesn't make, it's kind of like someone who doesn't like enact their plans. I would have to, my French is a little rusty right now, you guys, but I'm also seeing, this could also refer to past traumas in childhood, to be honest, for some of you. And you're being called not to let that stop you, not to let that hold you back. You know, maybe you felt like doing a lot of your free spirit comes from wanting to escape certain things from your past. But I don't feel that it's unhealthy as long as you're doing it to empower yourself and to continue to grow and expand, right? And not just not with spite because of your past, but in spite of that, despite your past, you are able to still heal. So some of you could have definitely went through some sort of trauma, you know, early in life that made you feel unsafe or unsure of who you are, not grounded in your spirit. But know that it is not in vain and that you shall rise. You are rising. Yeah, people that, you know, were doubting you, that you could have broken, they could try to break your dreams, or they didn't believe in themselves. They had people that, you know, shat on their vision, their dreams, and just said, oh, you're not going to amount to nothing. But I feel like your vision is literally, it's unshakable, unbreakable. Nobody could break this vision for you. And it could have taken some time to cultivate that confidence and that assurity and that kind of, that sharpness about yourself, right? You had to kind of become this way. And usually people that have such strong boundaries, their boundaries have been crossed times, you know, different times before. So let's see, quelqu'un qui ne fait accomplir pour le lendemain. Yeah. All right. Someone who makes no plans for the next day. So I feel like, yes, you're going to want to avoid, you always want to have a plan. You're the kind of person that you got to have it on the calendar, on the books, because you're going to have so many amazing things out there for you. You've got to be able to organize your dreams so that everything can get done. I feel like you're always on the go too. So you're going to want to arrange, okay, when am I going to take this plane? Am I going to have the ride set up? Am I going to have, okay, who's going to delegate that? Like just making sure that you're someone who takes actions on your plans and has a set intention, not just the day before, but well in advance. You want to have things planned out well in advance, because I feel like so many opportunities are going to continue to flood in, especially as you continue to set everything up, fill up the calendar, or just put everything, give yourself the right things to do for the right times. Make sure everything's balanced, looks good, ready to go. Bags are packed, you're organized, you're ready to go, because the more you do this, the more momentum's going to come in. People are also observing, they're seeing like, wow, look how amazing, how she always gets it done, how he always gets it done, takes care of business, to the point where now other people are interested in giving you an opportunity, or they want to extend something to you. They want someone powerful or influential could want to spend time with you, you know, and build a friendship, build a business partnership, like, you know, so many things. When you are already set up for success because you are serious about your own life and your own plans and your own passions and things of that nature, then that just makes room for other people to want to come in and just add to the already fulfilling timeline that you're on. You know what I mean? It's just going to build more momentum. The more you do this stuff, the more magnetic you appear, the more you're going to have opportunities. Ashe. So yes, problème d'enfance is childhood problems, right? So again, like I said, a rough past is what I was getting, and just you could have had issues in childhood. Yeah, bad news. You could have, again, with the damage card from before, you could have had losses. Do you know what I mean? Spiritually, financially, and you're someone who's meant to be free. You're meant to fly. So what's the advice? I channel that here with the Queen of Wands on the bottom. Vibrance, Reine du Bâton. You know, we have Valet du Coupe en reverse. But with this is, you know, the yes, it's the passion, that Leo energy, that fieriness, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. We have je vois, like I see the light. I heard now I see the light. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. This is third eye chakra energy. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Yeah. Literally, that's what the Queen of Wands is all about. She's fiery, she's gorgeous, she's seductive, magnetic, mature. Like, whether you're a man or a woman, you're being called to have this beautiful, sensual, unapologetic, unwavering passion for what you do. Don't let people who have tried to, you know, don't let the past try to talk you out of the beauty and the power and the magnetism, you know, the regality that you really truly have. Don't let people try to make you think that you don't got it like that, you know, because you do. And continue to challenge yourself to be on the highest vibration. Speak with power, roar with passion like a lion when it comes to your life. So you're being called to get up and stand up and speak up stronger. You know what I'm saying? Anytime someone tries to knock you down a peg, get back and come back even stronger, even better, even more beautiful, even more radiant than before. It's like they'll just realize at some point you're just transmuting their energy and their problems into power. You're taking that pain and you're transmuting it into power. Power one. Beautiful. We're just going to get one card from the Money Oracle. Hold on. All right. Manifesting. See? You're manifesting. You have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming soon. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talent. See, I feel like you're a powerful magician, manifester, and like I said, you are someone who's like you could be like a showman or a showwoman, or you do something really interesting. Like, you're really inspiring. Like, you're going to be able to showcase yourself, whether that's online on social media, at some sort of like theatrical school or some sort of program, like whatever it is that you do, you're going to have an opportunity to not only share it with others, but to travel and take that with you wherever you go. And that's always going to be, wherever you take that, you're always going to be able to garner, I heard fans. I'm not really about fans, more like supporters, but, you're going to always be able to garner support and community and helpers and mentors wherever you go. Let's take these three manifestation cards to close out the reading. Wonderful, Power One. Wow. You could definitely be on private jets. You definitely give that vibe. I heard also like first class, like everything you do is like top tier because you deserve it. Interesting woman. People find you really interesting. Very feminine, very alluring. So people find you to be very interesting, very attractive, right? Very, again, powerful. People are interested in you probably because of especially the boundaries you have up. People get curious. They want to know about you. Like, they want to know what it is you do. And take this, if you're a man, you're an interesting man, you know? Got that suave energy, something mysterious and aura about you. It's like, who are you? What do you do? Glow up. See? Like I said, you're glowing up. You're coming into self-discovery through your global travels or just different things you're trying. You're manifesting. You're coming up from the dirt, right? From hard times. Right? Good health. Not only that, having abundance and, your finances are looking good, but your health is good. So you can actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. And I love that so, so much for you, Pile One. So thank you so much for tuning into this reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, that information is down below in the description box. And I will see you guys next time. Sending love and light. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. What it do? Okay, so we're going to deep dive, take a look into your luxurious life, your life of your dreams on your highest timeline. We're going to take a look at what that looks like for you. Okay, so I'm so excited. We're just going to go ahead and start with this first deck, some traditional tarot, and see, what comes up here. All right, Spirit, let's tap right in. What's going on? What does the luxury life look like for Pile 2? The luxury life look like for Pile 2? What does their luxury life look like? What do they look like when they're luxurious and a high vibration and a prosperous timeline of abundance? What is that looking like for them? Okay. All right. So I've got a few cards here. I'm going to save these, leave these face down for now. So exciting. First off, we got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So with the Knight of Pentacles, it's giving you live nice and slow. Like you live comfortable. You can live slow, take your time. Like you can just be laid back and chilling in the cut. I feel like you're someone who can have those like getaways, like a nice peaceful retreat somewhere. Your success, okay, your luxury life, it feels almost like it's going to take you time. It's something that's like a slow burn because yeah, here's the thing. I think with your vibration, it's key for you to understand that anyone can get rich quick, right? But being wealthy and being comfortable and being able to, at your own convenience, being able to decide who you want to deal with and who you don't want to deal with, that, hey, you just want a really peaceful, plot of land or a state where you can just relax and wake up to the sound of chirping birds and not, BS or problems or ambulance sirens. You know what I mean? Like you can live nice and peaceful, isolated, where you kind of like your home is your refuge or your home is like a retreat for you. But this is something that's like a slow burn. It's something that is it takes you time. You have to be consistent and patient, and it's a lifestyle. Accumulating wealth and luxury is a lifestyle for you. It's something that you'll be able to enjoy for a long period of time. It's something that not just you will be able to enjoy, but I think those that follow you will be able to enjoy as well. With the Nine of Wands, I feel like you're pretty guarded a little bit here when it comes to people. Right? I feel like you may feel like you had to isolate yourself. Some of you could have definitely divested from your family or a community or some sort of institution or structure. You may have taken the long route with certain things because you didn't trust, or you felt like you couldn't trust. Or you're in positions with, in situations with untrustworthy people that attempted to slow down your progress. So you could definitely be feeling that vibration. See, you could be very picky as well because of this now. I think, to be honest, Pile 2, I feel like you seem more like in a solo kind of, more slow moving energy. Like you take your time, which is a really good thing. You take your time when it comes to people, when it comes to trying new things. You're not just going to give the okie doke, the okay, the go ahead to anyone or anything that comes your way. In fact, most times it's gonna be no. Somebody really has to grow on you, and it takes time to be able to build that sort of trust, it takes time to build that rapport with people for you, because you're just not easily trusting, because I think you're sitting on a gold mine is what I heard. You're sitting on a gold mine, and it's something that could take time, but you don't want anyone to disrupt this process or delay the growth any further. Maybe that you felt like people have delayed your growth in the past. And so now it's like you're slow to move on certain opportunities. So again, this is more of a slow burn type of energy. What more can we get here, Spirit, for Pile 2's luxury life? Yeah, look at this. You know, pile two, honestly, I feel like you may have been burned by people and stuff. So it's kind of coming up to me like you're just kind of not sure how to discern. How you had to walk away from a lot of people, create a lot of distance because you could have definitely been burned by people in the past. Now you do things solo. I think you're proud of the things you were able to cultivate and nurture for yourself. You seem to be very successful on your own. That's kind of what is giving. You may be more of like a loner, you're more of a lone wolf, a hermit type. Again, because you could have definitely gotten burned by people before who wanted to manipulate your energy or the vibrations and, this trickster energy. So you're just very wary of people that seem to want to capitalize off of your talent, your gifts, your time and your efforts. Yeah, with the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. Clarify that 10, Spirit. Yeah, you're really unsure of like community structures, large groups of people, big initiatives, collective things. So I think it feels like a lot of your luxurious life is more in an isolated, you feel a lot of peace that way, more isolated. And yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. I think you kind of are your own best friend. I'm hearing best friend by Brandy. You could have also, here's another thing. You could have come up after being heartbroken. Like that could have really charged you and fueled you to create a new beginning. I think your guides are, what's the advice, Spirit? Yeah, they're guiding you not to get too involved in drama or with certain people, as much as you can, because that may actually detract from your power, right? Because it seems like people may be projecting onto you as well, pile two. And, I know this could be a little bit triggering, so just take your time with this message, but there does seem to have been karmics and people in the path that are trying to put up delays and blockages for whatever reason. And you just felt like you really needed to isolate yourself and do things on your own accord, which could take longer to achieve. But I think you feel better that way because you know that you'll get there. Right? Something about combativeness, being combative, competition, stuff like that. Like maybe you're in a very competitive field, so you feel like you need to withhold certain information. I heard trade secrets, like things like that. You have to be very discreet about. Here's the thing too. Yeah, there could have been a partner that maybe you lost money by the conflict with this partner, by some sort of group effort that was not a great investment in the past. And that kind of just, for you, maybe soured how you feel about people, like working with other people, and that you seem to do very good all on your own. Like you're like a one-man show, a one-woman show. What else, Spirit? I want to know a little more here. You have more of a mystery here, pile two, than like what pile? Yes, the moon. You're very mysterious. I think you learn to safeguard, and you learn to safeguard a lot of things, withhold a lot of information, be very discreet. And just kind of like maintain your silence. You like to move in silence because I think a lot of times something about your path may trigger people. I think it may also be triggering because certain people felt entitled to your power or your light or what you have going on. They feel left out when it's like they don't feel included, because it's like you may have then, after some sort of betrayal or heartbreak or heavy karmic cycle, you could have just really preserved a lot of your luxury and a lot of your abundance and your wealth for yourself. And I feel like that's kind of the vibration, that you're, something about lifting the veil. People are really like curious about you. So it's like they want to be able to get some intel, some insight. They want to be able to connect with you. You're one of those people that pop up at the social, like the mixer, the social event. Like if you ever do, it's once in a blue moon. Everyone's going to be talking about it and people like you. But it's also because you're so kind of aloof at this point. You have a defense, your defense is up because I think you know what you are building is so powerful and grand. And there may be people that make you feel like, oh, you're selfish, or you don't share, you don't help the common man. Like they may try to make you seem like you're not a good person because you are just very loving, like self-loving, like you are self-preserving, right? Because it could have been that people weren't looking out for you like that before, or that just wasn't for you. That wasn't your cup of tea, right? You know, like you have your eye on the prize is what I heard. You have your eye on your destiny. You know what you want. So that's wonderful. Okay. With the Two of Pentacles, it's like everything you do, like the day-to-day routine, the ups and downs, like you could have definitely had your journey to success and luxury is not a straightforward one at all. It's something that takes time. And it's something that you could have had several karmic lessons, you know what I mean? Not just with partner, like romantic relationships. It could be friendships, business partners. Like you had different lessons, different ways. But that's why ultimately you're going to come into wealth, because now you'll be able to integrate all of those lessons. So you're being guided to do that. You could have some really close family members or siblings, cousins, like a really close friend as well. There's like only like one or two confidants that you would really trust any real information to. Everyone else just gets, you know, the classic spiel, the classic rundown on a need to know basis is what I heard. Okay, let's tap in a little more here with the luxury life for my pile too. Wow. Amusement. You have, wow, and discovery. Amusement, okay. You have natural talents that you can share with the world. It's time to make money from them while having a good time just being you. Yeah, excuse me. So you're kind of like, in your situation, you're kind of meant to do things for the hell of it, the fun of it, to, you know, amuse yourself and others, to just be a light, you know. And like you could be someone who just does something on your own one day just to see, you know, just to try something new, to see what happens. And it winds up becoming something that, you know, you can then take to the masses and like make a big thing. Discovery. You know, I feel like you like to also just have nice experiences. You like to maybe take yourself on solo dates or go to the carnival, the fair, the arcade. Like this could be certain things you like to do. You like to reserve special, nice experiences for yourself to be able to enjoy. And discovery. Trying something new and exploring other options will help you learn and grow. The opportunities are just awaiting for you. They're just waiting for you to be discovered. So I think there's different buckets and streams of power you can tap into from within yourself. I think it is good for you to be you may be a bit picky, and that's okay. Because you know what you want. You know what quality looks like. And I feel like some people may think that you're stuck up, or, you know, you're selfish, or they don't get to, you know, have any stakes in the fun with you. And I think that bothers some people. Choices. There are a lot of opportunities waiting for you. Don't doubt yourself and trust your instinct in choosing the best possible decision. So yeah, definitely trust yourself. Trust your gut. You seem to be very intuitive, and you are guided by your own intuition and make the right choices that feel good to you, that make you feel alive and satisfied. And so that's amazing. So I feel like you're going to be able to like really enjoy things, and you're someone who likes to savor the flavors, you know, savor the bites, you know, that you take out of a meal. Like, you know, it's like I literally just can taste, I'm salivating right now. I literally can see someone at a nice restaurant, a really nice restaurant, in like a dimly lit, like romantically lit. It's nice music. You can hear the music, every note. It's just beautiful. The live band or the live ensemble. And then, you know, you're eating the delicious, whatever you're eating, and it's like melting in your mouth. And you're just like on this beautiful journey, like where your taste buds are like walking through all of the different flavors and the complexities of the meal. And it's like, you're really just living. You're really just enjoying yourself. But for some of you, you may have felt like, okay, I feel like I'm locked away, or people have yet to discover you. So Spirit, tell me about any possible blockage that could be blocking my �ル2 from this luxurious life or continuing to build abundance and wealth for themselves. And give me one card for that, please. There we go. And then can we get one card for the advice, the insight on that, Spirit? What wisdom can you impart for us today for �㫂2? Thank you. Let's connect again. One more time. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see what we've got. The Emperor. Wow. So you guys, l'Empereur. Okay. Interesting. So you're being called to a possible blockage could be some sort of patriarchal norm, some sort of structure, stability. Again, it feels like you're not really effing with the community. Like you're not effing with, you're not going to the function. You don't like when people are effing up your feng shui. I feel like you know what's good for you. You don't like being controlled. So I think you're being called to protect your empire, right? With the Emperor here, to stay disciplined, to stay consistent on your goals, in the day-to-day things. And you could be presented with a lot of choices, but a possible blockage could be that maybe you're a little too rigid, or there's someone in your life that's a little too rigid, a little too calloused. That could be a potential blockage for you. Maybe you're a little too disciplined. Maybe you don't make enough time to have fun, so that could be a potential blockage on your path. If you feel like, oh, I'm doing this on my own, I got to do this. And, you may be really defensive or really protective to the point where you're not letting anything in and you're hardening, you're not allowing yourself to receive. And I heard from your guides, it's okay to receive. It's okay to even be open to seeing what options and choices are out here for you, because it doesn't mean that you have to go with them or you have to choose it forever. It doesn't mean that you're stuck or trapped in a cycle. You know what I mean? So you could also be called to, I heard character coming into question. That's what I heard. Just like that. That was funny. I don't know whose guide that is, but you may also want to remind yourself that there is a lot more to enjoy in life than just working hard or being rigid all the time and looking tough, like tough stuff and self-made. And, there's a lot more to life than that. So you're just being called to be open and a little more, allow yourself to flow a little more, right? Give yourself a little more room to grow, because I'm not seeing a lot of air sign energy here, at least the certain, like the flowy kind of air sign energy, right? And the advice is 8 of Cups though. So, 𝑣𝑑𝑐𝑢p. I think I heard with wild abandon. You're being called to just throw yourself into certain things with wild abandon. You could, throw ish at the wall. You never know what can happen. With the discovery card as well. You never know what can happen, how things can go. Maybe if you're a little too stern about it, you won't allow yourself to fly. And some things you can do alone. You don't need to go through a structure or some sort of program, or you need to be told or commanded and controlled. You don't need that. You're someone who you can steer ship, right? And find what you need. So you may need to go on a solo travel or certain experience to allow yourself to open up and dissolve any limitations by really facing yourself and just being in a new land, a new mindset, a new world. It's kind of about finding the truth, your inner truth, what speaks to you, not what the system is saying, the programs of this world, but what speaks to you, right? I think your guides are advising you or guiding you to avoid being controlled, like, not following the authority or being too rigid, feeling like you have to fit yourself or force yourself into a box. And I feel like that's exactly the kind of person you're not. You like to kind of, or you're kind of, I feel like in your luxurious life, that's what's really going to help you with your breakthrough, is to loosen up here and to really follow and trust your intuition. And just try things, travel, get away, and try things just for the fun of it. Even if you have to go, you're the kind of person who could take off into the night, and just try something new. You're the kind of person that you could do something for many years and then you can completely switch into a new field and you'll be successful. I feel like there's not just one path for you, honestly. There's more than one. So don't be too rigid, because you have a lot of choices, a lot of options, and a lot of ways that you can become successful. Okay? Wonderful. What else, Spirit? Yeah, the Three of Cups is also the advice. So the decks are starting to mirror each other. As you can see, Eight of Cups. And as you can see, Three of Cups, Trois de Coupe. Okay? Wonderful. So yeah, I feel like the advice is also celebrate yourself. Celebrate your successes. Festival, festivites, right? Enjoy the fruits of your labor, And maybe don't let certain heartbreaks and things keep you from enjoying genuine connection. Or just enjoying things, as they come. Just being in the present moment. And taking each thing as it comes, right? Right? So your guides want you to have a little more balance with that. Invite a little more love into your life. A little more softness. Let people be there for you. Let people help you. Let people celebrate you. Indulge a little more, and, you can go to different celebrations. Celebrate life, celebrate people, celebrate yourself. All of those things. I think that's going to help add to the success. Because sometimes it's like, okay, you have everything, but then there's no one to enjoy it with. There's nowhere to go and really enjoy it with, if you don't put yourself in a position to be part of those things. So also, as you're cultivating your success over time, continue to make, time here and there to connect with people that, are actually genuine. And if it takes time, then let it take time to connect and to really get to know someone. That's really what it is. It takes time to get to know folks, but maybe just start now, or just, pick a few people and cultivate those relationships. You can have some lifetime friends that really will protect you. Yeah, work smart. Are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions are simple. Perhaps it's time to clean house personally and professionally, to start with a clean palette. Stick to basic needs when it comes to spending and put some money aside. So yeah, it feels like just putting a little bit money here and there, letting it grow in the different accounts and the different investments and the different resources and assets is something that's really going to pay off for you over time. You're somebody who you could put money in a certain pot and leave it, not touch it for years, and you come back and it's like you could have a fat retirement fund, or you can have crazy, crazy profits in something that took just a long time to grow, and maybe you became apathetic or dissatisfied. But I feel like that might be the very thing that actually makes you successful, the thing that takes so long to cultivate. And I feel like your luxury life is all about just enjoying every step of the process and allowing yourself to indulge and celebrate yourself, even when you're not at the pinnacle, of every moment. Allow yourself to enjoy what's available to you right now in this present moment. And with that, the universe will conspire in your favor, and God Most High will give you more. Will give you more. Okay? So it's not about just working hard and, you know, forcing things to fit. It's about that manifestation power that you have. It's about planting a seed and just watching it grow. You know, don't touch it. You know, while that's growing, while that's happening, do something else. Maybe go take a walk. Maybe get a bite to eat with a friend. You know, maybe walk your dog. I don't know. Maybe go out of town for the weekend. Try not to be so guarded and so rigid about what you're doing, because that could also delay your own growth and success by putting that kind of energy on your manifestations. Okay, I had a card that fell. You have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming soon. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talent. See, you got to be open too, because it seems like you may be called to, I heard sing at a wedding, child. That could be for a very specific person, but something you do you're being called to be open. Excuse me. You're being called to be open. You may be called or summoned or, you know, like requested to do something very curated, very special, that somebody that trusts you, they would only ask you. And they know you may not be all about appearances, but they want you to be the one to have the blessing or to be able to do something. So I'm seeing that as well. Somebody holds you in a high regard and they want to be able to have your support in something. Unexpected. Prepare for unexpected financial loss. This financial crisis may be out of your control, but you can still control the outcome. Deal with things ahead and try to prepare for the unexpected before it happens. So I feel like you could also be called to okay. Unexpected financial loss. Let's see what else, Spirit. Transporter. This card is a good indicator that things will start moving for you rather quickly. A career in transportation, such as travel, driving, or shipping could appeal to you. You could travel for work, or perhaps you need to take action on some financial matter. So yeah, there could be something that comes up, but the advice is to not be too rigid, to be able to be flexible and to be able to still enjoy your life, even when things come up, and be able to call on people. You don't have to do it all alone. Even if you work in a field or an industry or some line of work that requires you to be alone or in solitude a lot, don't be afraid to call on someone for help, okay? See, with the Two of Swords, there's this hesitancy. For some of you, you could have more abundance than you know what to deal with, right? Let's see, one more card, Spirit, to clarify. 𝘓𝘦𝘨𝑒, 6 du bâton. I feel like you're going to definitely overcome this, like be victorious. But again, with patience, you need to be patient, because it may feel like, oh, see, I knew it. This thing happened, that thing happened. But I think that's life. I think you're learning how to embrace the ebbs and flows and how to still recover from something, even when you take a hit, even when you lose something, that you're still able to be affirmed in your power, and that doesn't detract from what you're manifesting, right? So any last advice let's see, manifestations that are coming in for pile 2, Spirit? This is wonderful. Yeah, you're definitely being called to indulge as well. Or like take yourself out or something. Like celebrate yourself for something you may not have celebrated yourself for before. Because you're coming into some sort of success for sure. I'm seeing that. There could be some hiccups. Like I said, there seems like some delays are here. But you're not out of options or choices. In fact, you have many decisions you can make. It's all about following your intuition to guide you through the troughs and peaks and work through the ebbs and flows of life. Perks and benefits. See, I feel like you have perks and benefits. Like, even if you say you lose money from one bucket, I feel like you may have money coming up from another bucket. It's like you have multiple paths You have multiple like abundance paths. Like it's not just one main thing. It's like several different things. World peace. You could definitely be a very spiritual type of person, right? A more like aloof spiritual person. But you're manifesting peace. Like I see you nice and comfortable. Okay, like you're the kind of person who has, okay, there's extra food in the fridge, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry. You can rock in your rocking chair and overlook the beautiful valleys and stuff and enjoy your nice things. And I feel like, yeah, that gives you peace. What else? Contest winner. See, even if something unexpected happens, I feel like your life has a lot of like, your life is pretty eventful. It's eventful. But I feel like, again, you're going to be victorious. And there's also people here, like it's showing people that are like supporting you. Like that you're not alone. Because someone's giving these perks, someone's giving these benefits, you know, and peace for the world is something that is experienced by the world, not just one person. So you may try to choose the path of least resistance, but there's always still going to be trials that come up and you're being called to be able to flow with those trials. And that's really going to help you catapult into your luxurious timeline, okay? So you're a winner, never a loser, okay? No matter what delay or what person tries it, you're always going to be successful, and you have an infinite number of ways I'm seeing to be able to do that. Okay, so I hope that helped you and gave some clarity. I hope you enjoyed the reading, pile 2. Definitely leave a like on the video. Feel free to comment down below. Let me know how you enjoyed the reading, and subscribe to join our High Vibe Soul Tribe if you haven't already. Personal readings are linked down below, and I will see you next time. Bye! Pile 3, pile 3, pile 3. How are you doing? Okay, so we're gonna get into it. What does your luxury life look like? What are you manifesting? What does you living in luxury and on your highest timeline of abundance and prosperity, what is that giving? What is that showing? What energy are you gonna be in? What things are you gonna be able to enjoy? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, okay? Your dream life, all right? Then we're also going to go over some possible blockages, pull from the money oracles, what manifestations and what advice as well for you, pile 3, okay? So we're going to first start out with some, wow, traditional tarot. Something sets to shuffle like, wow, King of Pentacles and Empress. Oh my goodness, this is a money maker. Some of you could be into real estate. I heard private island, like purchasing private islands. You know how they have like a bunch of those little like mini islands right off the like the Caribbean and stuff? People could just like buy them for like $2,000. It's giving that. Okay. All right, let's get a couple more cards, Spirit. We have the 9 of Cups. Ooh, what is this? The Queen of Wands. Scrumptious. All right, let's get 2 more, maybe, Spirit. 2 more. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Okay, okay. Got a lot going on here. Okay, Death card flew off the table, so we've got some scorpionic energy coming on here. Got Cancerian, we got Leo, we got Libra, we got Pisces. I don't know, I feel like just calling out the signs. You could have a pretty nuanced chart. But yeah, right now what I'm seeing, wow, this is pretty nuanced actually. So you seem to love fun, to enjoy yourself. You seem like you have a great time, like in a party of people and alone. You seem like also you've transmuted a lot of things in your life and you're not afraid to end certain timelines. Okay, I'm definitely, these are interesting cards. I need to clarify. The Emperor. you seem like a big dog, like Emperor, Empress energy. You're someone who could, I don't know why I'm getting, you could be married, or you could have a lot of suitors or people that are interested in you. Okay? A lot of people are interested in you. You're that kind of person, you can go out somewhere and someone's just like mesmerized by you. They want to talk to you, and they're just really curious about you. Okay, Spirit, clarify the Nine of Cups. You also seem like you love to be like nice and cozy. Okay, just doing your thing, just relaxing, just feeling good in your own vibe. So that's really nice. I heard aloha, so you could love like tropical destinations such as like Hawaii. You could love places with like a lot of herbage, a lot of like forests, like, I don't know, like the Amazon, like something tropical, something exotic, if you will. You seem to really like flowers. I felt the Nine of Cups. You're someone who's like you come off as very independent, like rich and independent. I'm hearing INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? Okay, I just added that other part. Again, you're someone who could be married, or you could wind up with like a well-to-do partner, or you're both like well-to-do. Like you may be with someone, but you don't need them. Like you want them, but you don't need them. And there's like, you just seem to be very prosperous. Wow, very fortunate. Wow, very, very fortunate. You're kind of that kind of person that has it all. Okay, I have the Seven of Swords, so we're gonna have to clarify. All right, Seven of Cups. There's a lot happening here. I feel, for one, you're living a life that many people are gonna want to live. Like the life that you're coming into or living, manifesting, is the life a lot of people are gonna want to have. You come off as, you're very attractive, very just magnetic, alluring, powerful, and just kind of like about your business, but you also take plenty of time to enjoy yourself. You work hard, you play harder. You play harder. Okay. Also with the Death card, I need to Spirit clarify. King of Swords. You might be a little bit stern, like pretty vicious, actually. Maybe certain people are scared of you. Type energy. Let's see. All right, what's with the, okay. Clarify the Seven of Swords, 𝘗𝑒𝑡𝑗𝑝. The Lovers. Oh my. Okay, the Hangman. The Hangman. Interesting. What's this? The High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What? Oh my gosh. That just threw me for an entire loop. Some of you could have a secret relationship, or someone you know or knew had a secret relationship. That's for some of you. Take that if it resonates. You'll know this is your pile if that resonates with you for a specific person. What is that? The Lovers, clarifying the Seven of Swords. You may be very secretive, and honestly, like, you may be hiding a lot of stuff from people, because you may not tell people how much money you actually have or what plans you actually have. Because I heard, this is so specific, someone told you when you were a young age that there was somebody trying to swap destinies with you. You could have also known that, like, you know something about your fortune, your path. And either if you're not coming into it right at this moment, or you feel like you're not in this place now where you're prosperous, you're self-reliant, you don't need anyone, you're independent, like you do very well for yourself, you know, you're enjoying beautiful weather, wonderful destinations and experiences, and just the getaway, and just, you know, even dating and just enjoying yourself, you know, treating yourself, not needing anyone, anything, right? if you don't feel like you're right there right now, it could be because you're sabotaging yourself. But I don't get that vibe from you. You kind of give me old money vibes, to be honest, pile 3. Some of y'all may not have made your money in the most honest way, not gonna lie. You could have done a couple of plays that were just a little bit, I heard, under the table, or just more discreet. Maybe someone wouldn't expect that, or again, there's some sort of, people don't know about something you have going on the side. That's what it's giving me. I don't know what else to say. Or something about your life path, like you're living you could be living a secret or a double life for some of you. Like there's one side where people see like a front, like they see what they think they know, but the deeper they go, the more they can uncover, which you keep very nicely, you keep it under wraps. You keep it under wraps. What people see about you is what you want. It's exactly just what you want them to know. Nothing more, nothing less. You could also talk really good. Let's see. I don't think that's a bad thing. Then I have the Queen of Wands coming out. I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just something here. You have, like, I don't know, it's like you could take people out. Like you could have a secret history or a secret accounts or secret getaways, or what's Spirit, clarify one last time. What can help clarify? You love like to try new things. You love like to go to new places. I saw the Emperor peek out again. You're definitely very independent. I don't know if the Page of Cups clarifies. Interesting. Here's the thing. You could have many options, and you may actually like to explore those options. This is the kind of pile where it's giving. You have a bay. You got different, excuse my language, different, and different area codes. Like it's giving that. Like wherever you go, you kind of have like an air of privilege, opportunity. I heard ask about me. And people still wouldn't know the fullness of that. I really want to clarify more. You're mysterious. It's like you may come off as really chill and nonchalant, but you could really have a lot going on behind the scenes. Or you're very charming. Let's see. You could be someone, you seem like you're an authority. You could be like the CEO, or you could really be running things. You could be the one giving people job offers. You could be the one giving people opportunities, flying them out to destinations à du bâton. It's like you're very attractive as well. I feel like you are very inspiring, but there's a lot of passion, and there's something about you and a lover also, like y'all get away and have like a fun escapade. It's giving like some sort of almost like a taboo thing, like you and this person having fun in a public setting. It's giving you like a lot of excitement in your life. And it could be because you just have a lot of passion and you want to try different things, different fantasies. And you have the opportunity to be able to do so. So I don't know if this is the kind of pile where y'all could be, overseas and you can meet someone and have like the time of your life. You can meet someone and have the best fling ever. So that's just something to be aware of, spirit. What else can come up here? What else does pile 3 need to know about the luxury? Oh my goodness, luxury life. Magical. Your dream life is manifesting magically. You have enough resources to bring your desires into reality. Your income is increasing rapidly. I feel like you're gonna be like filthy rich. Like people are not even gonna know you own this, you own that. It's like every time they turn around, you own something new. And also, you seem to be a little bit savage, like you could enjoy something and then just cut someone off the next day. Oh, no thanks, I had fun with that. And then you're on to the next thing. Like, I don't see you being the kind of person to like tether yourself to anyone or anything. And if you do, well, let them be on their P's and Q's. Let them be well-to-do. You give hypergamy. You don't give someone who would date down or deal with certain things. You know what I mean? It feels like you know your worth. You know your power. And you've been confident and solid in it for a long time. So it's kind of like people are scared to lose you, or people are scared to get burned by you. People get bothered. Don't fear failure, but be afraid of regrets. Your worries are blocking your success. Remind yourself of your greatness, and stay optimistic. Skills. Investing in your skills is a great way to generate money. You can provide services using your expertise to build a stable income. And I feel like that's exactly what you're going to do. That's exactly the path for you when it comes to success. You're going to be someone who starts something new, creates a new foundation, starts a new business, or works somewhere where you provide a special skill or passion or something unique, which really helps to, I heard, drive up your net worth, or helps to add a lot of value to the company, or you wind up being in a position of authority and you have like exclusive access and benefits to certain things. You can teach a lot of people. Like I said, you could be the one that's offering jobs to folks. Lucky you. Lucky me, I have you, it says. People, they really feel lucky to, or blessed to be in your presence, to have you around. And when you're not giving them any attention, you cut them off, you don't pay them any mind, or, you play them at their own game. That's another thing I'm getting. They just get really bothered, right? And regretful. This is your lucky time. Things are turning in your favor. Take advantage of the opportunity and make the most out of it. And I feel like this is exactly what you're going to do with the Ace of Pentacles. It seems like a lot of golden opportunities, like things that, especially with the Wheel of Fortune coming out twice in the Seven of Cups, I feel like you're the kind of person to capitalize on all of the good fortune that's coming into your life. Like, you're meant to be very fortunate. You have a lot of Jupiter energy. Pisces and Sagittarius energy. That's Pisces, Sagittarius. I have Aries out here as well. Scorpio. I have like all kinds of placements. Gemini. What else, Spirit? What can we get from this money oracle? Something saying just keep splitting things. Leadership. What did I say? You could be in a position of authority. For sure. Okay? You're stepping into a role as a leader. You're ready. Okay, your career will improve once you accept and step into your power. You're following the crowd in fear of putting yourself out there. Precarious. There have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances. Money coming in fast and going out just as quickly. Fast changes regarding money or unexpected turn of finances. So, okay, there's two things here. For those of you who are kind of like playing with your potential, you're being guided not to do that because you're too powerful to turn up the kinds of opportunities and abundance that is already awaiting you. You're somebody who's meant to live large, honestly. Live large and have everything at your fingertips if you want to, because that's the kind of empire that you are destined to build. You're destined to be at the head honcho, the leader, the one who calls the shots, the one who is leading the show, taking things by the reins, right? Here's another thing. You could be very private about your love life. You can be very private about that. So some people may not know if you're single or you're married. Also because your business or your notoriety is so large that some people don't know about your private life, or they know more about like your success, your businesses, what you're growing, than they know about certain like intimate details about you or your relationship. Like you are kind of like so powerful and such a bright light that you could almost overshadow other people and other things that could bother other people as well. Like when people think of you, they don't think of you relative to someone else or you being someone else's friend, daughter, son, business partner. When they think of you, they only think of you is what I'm saying. So it goes to show that you may really just be the truth. You may really just be really good at what you do. Right? And I think the more you start to see that and not worry about what finances or what issues or ups and downs, you're going to have ups and downs. You know what I mean? You're going to have things come up. That's life. But it's also because you're built for this. You're meant to be successful. So you're also meant to go through the trials that it takes to be successful. The most successful people have failed the most. I just want that to sit with you. And it feels like you already understand that. You have a lot of fortune over your life. Leadership. You're literally a born leader. This came out again, you guys. Your career will improve once you accept and step into your power. So if you're afraid to put yourself out there, well, it's time to do so. It's time to put yourself out there. You know, you're one of those people that can go viral like quickly over something. Like it's kind of effortless, an effortless slay. Or it could be your next video, you know, and maybe you're like, no, you got to keep going. Business, see, you could be like an investor or in business, like something, you're about that coin, real estate, something like that is standing out to me about this pile. Do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You got this. Consider executive positions, becoming a CEO. Didn't I say that? Or anything in the corporate world. Elevate your awareness and think bigger if you want different results. You're someone who's like, you're going to be like outside the box. You can see the bigger picture. You can see the whole game. You can play it different ways. You know how to also, you're pretty good at finessing. You're pretty good at finessing. So it's like you're never caught in a corner or with your tail between your legs because you know how to use your resources. You know how to tap into the human resources, the human capital, the financial capital to be able to make things happen and get things done. You have that knack. You have that knack. And it's like, some people are thinking like, oh yeah, like maybe I can just get a job. You're this person who's like, I can give you a job. That's the level you're on. Because you're flying out to Tahiti on Sunday. It's no big deal. Right? You're the one building the teams. You're the team builder, the leader, the authority figure who people come to, who people answer to. That King of Swords. And that death card, that Scorpio energy. It's like, you could be feared because of how powerful you are. People could definitely respect you a lot because of how powerful you are, how formidable you are, and how easily you can end them. Maybe not literally, but I'm just saying, like, you can literally just unalive the competition. That's the path you're on. and then you go sip a 𝘂𝐚𝐸 slushy out in the Bahamas that same evening. You're flying out, or like, I don't know. It's like it's an effortless sleigh. Okay, Spirit. What were any possible blockage from my pile 3? Any possible blockage on this path? What can you tell us? The truth. Okay. So because the Queen of Wands came out on the bottom as well. Okay, with the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. For some of you, let's see if I can get a clarifier. Interesting. A blockage. Some of you are being called to heal and acknowledge the truth about something, or just remember to be honest and truthful in all your dealings. That's something that's coming up. Also, you actually seem also like a provider type or a giver. You love to give and help people. You're like a healer. But you're also very business minded. I think you're being called to find a nice balance between the two things. Make sure, I heard this, make sure you give credit where credit is due. And make sure maybe that the success doesn't get to your head is what I heard. Kind of stay grounded in some type of spirituality or school of thought, some sort of way of life that helps you to stay grounded and nurtured by your inner wisdom. And also something about not giving your ideas out to the people that you work with. Like, make sure it's protected. Make sure you put it somewhere first because you could be a very big, like, you're an ideas person. You're really inspiring. And it could be that your guides don't want you to share your light prematurely, because that could cause potential issues as well. What else? Guérison. Okay, l'étoile. Okay, so another thing about you is a possible blockage is what I'm hearing. Clarté. It's not really that. It's not really that you're not bright. That's not it. You're very bright. This pile is very smart, very articulated, very on point with certain things. That's the kind of vibration you're rising into, but it feels almost like your guides want you to be aware of people who are in a lack mindset, or maybe try not to flaunt too much when you know certain people don't have it like that, or it could come off as bragging. But I also heard, make sure you're in the places that people can appreciate you and your light can actually shine. Because some people, because your light is so bright, some people literally bothered, and lucky you, it almost feels spiteful. Like, certain things you want to just keep to yourself. That's not for everyone to have or to know. Because you may be a provider, you may be someone who shares a lot of things because you want to help people. You actually want to give it to people. You want to extend that and show people that they could do it too. Or you want people to help work for you to be able to help move things forward, right? But at the same time, some people are just so bothered that they don't even see the opportunity you're trying to show them. They just think it sounds like you're bragging because they are insecure. Or they don't have the same hope and faith that you have. So you're also being called to align with people that have the same spiritual foundation and the same kind of, like, they think like you, like minds. But at the same time, be discerning in that. Be honest in your dealings, because you could also be in a field or a line of work or have a certain level of power where you have access to a lot of people's personal information, where anything you do or say, you could sabotage people if you wanted to. So be discerning and wise with the battles that you pick and the things that you do with the power that you have. What else, Spirit? Something about, healing. healing, okay, and faith. It could be like, yeah, strengthening your faith, and letting that be the reason for your confidence, and not because like either an arrogance or that you were able to get one up or that you get to tell people what to do. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's how you are, but something about that. Can we get one last card to clarify this energy, Spirit, as the blockage? What can clarify that? This one. The Four of Pentacles. Okay, so your guys may be like, okay, try not to be a know-it-all, especially if you're in a relationship. Maybe being a little more loving and sharing, or spending more of your time with those that you love as well. Interesting. And yeah, to listen to the guides. Listen to the guides. And to be honest and upright, upstanding in your faith and your beliefs and your power. Because you could be in a place where you now start to have a lot of access to certain things that maybe you previously didn't, or you're unlocking certain timelines. You're being called to stay grounded and stay self-aware and keep your clarity about you. Keep your wits about you. Right? And even when you're big, now you have to budget even more to continue to maintain and to grow. So to have some sort of spiritual and financial security in that as well, to think ahead in that way. But you're already very powerful. I see you as like literally a leader, like a world leader almost type energy. Let's see. Spirit, what is my pile 3 manifesting to wrap up the reading? This is really cool. Okay, Spirit, what is pile 3 manifesting? I heard something about modesty, not telling you to dim your light, but something about, it's cool, you're bold. Okay, you're manifesting adventures. I almost want to do an extended for y'all. Positive mind and falling in love. I feel like there's definitely love involved here. You're definitely going to have a really fiery, passionate, hot love story. Whimsical, I heard. Whimsical love story. Match, dude. Like you're literally going to be falling in love. I feel like people are going to be falling for you. You're highly admired, highly sought after. And I think you like it like that. You enjoy it. It's a good thing, you know? It's not a bad thing. Look, look at this. Look, you're going to be in a position where you can literally have anything you want. Pile 3. I'm trying to tell you, we have 2 Wheel of Fortunes and 2 luck cards. That's crazy. 7 of Cups with the Lovers. I mean, you seem like you could be someone who's more into, I don't know, almost like either polyamory, or you've had a lot of relationships, or you have a lot of people that want you, or even if they keep it on the low and secret, like there's some sort of like secret on the low, mystical, like sensual seduction, like what else, Spirit? Sparks fly. This is like you're the only pile that had all this love stuff coming out like this. I'm telling you, you're going to be matched. You might really find someone, I heard a purpose partner, but you could also be aligned with someone who's literally like your match. Like maybe you didn't think that anyone could match you. Maybe you thought you was just a solo act. Maybe you thought it's just me, I'm doing me, that's it. I'm the one, not the two, I'm the star. But I feel like the advice is that make sure you're opening up some of your time and some of the light, the spotlight. Let some of it shine on your partner, because there's someone coming in who y'all are going to be like a power couple. And that's not going to take away from you and your light. It's not going to take away from you and your power. It's just going to add to it. It's going to amplify it. But that is something that you're going to want to make room for in your life. Okay? Very interesting. Oh my goodness. Thank you, pile 3. I hope that gave you some clarity. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If so, definitely please hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know how you enjoyed this, and subscribe to join our High Vibe Soul Tribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.